So this week I worked on figuring out what size the fins need to be, where they need to be placed on the rocket, and actually attaching them. And so we just used Gorilla Tape, one strip on each side, to attach them to the rocket. And they work really well and they make it go really straight.
Okay, so this week with our rocket, we tested the cone and the fins on the rocket, and we finally got it to seal and to hold a seal, and it went really high up in the air. We haven't calculated the altitude yet, but we're testing today to hopefully get the altitude of how high it will go.
So, to make a new cone, I went to the library and I asked for some small poster board. And I cut a nice circle out of it and a triangle, like a fourth out of that, wrapped it up into a cone, and then we just kind of stuck it on there. We think it'll hold itself on because it's heavier than the construction paper. We also have a piece of tape, like where the sticky side is out, so it kind of like stick on there on the top, but hopefully still fall off to let our rover just drop right out. And it's thicker.
We replaced our tornado connection because our second one we used cracked, and we had the problem with them cracking. So I decided to print them as a solid part instead of how it originally does it. So I think that'll work, and the rest of the rocket seals.
Wednesday we tested our rocket and it was very stable because we had added the fins, and so it ended up being really stable and it ended up going really high. And so yesterday we went to go test it again to actually get the height, and it didn't work because the tornado seal had cracked. So we're going out to test again today and hopefully it works.
Me and Tony worked on the rover for the Operation Blue Salvation, kind of took it over from Katie Colby. And so far we got a new receiver. So when it lands, we can hit a button from a distance up to 100 meters and it'll turn on and go. It's kind of cool, so we got to hook that up. And we also fixed a broken motor.
So I guess now the plan is just for us to put all these motors and like rewire them to put them on the rover. And then we can hook this up and put it on, and hopefully that doesn't take too long, maybe end of this week, beginning of next week at the latest. And then once we have that, we have a working rover.
So I've been working on calibrating the gyroscope with the board. It's connecting and sending values. I'm trying to basically configure it so that we can accurately measure the current position of the gyroscope. Right now, I can only send how fast the rotational speed I want to be able to put the position properly.